Hi there, welcome to Classy Crafts with Nona. Today we're going to be making this cute card, and we're going to be using the simple Snapshots scrapbook pages from Close to My Heart. You can see that we sell them in a variety of patterns and colors, which will suit both your scrapbooks and then also these great cards. Let's get started. So I started with an 8.5 by 11 sheet of white cardstock, and this folded in half will become our card base. It saves a lot of money to do it this way instead of buying pre-cut cards. Just cut your own. So next we're going to take our simple snapshot scrapbook page and put it in our trimmer at 5.5 inches. Slice. Next we're going to turn these so that each of these pieces become a card base. They're double-sided, so if you want two black bases, that's possible. And I'm going to put this in my trimmer at 4.5 inches, just so that it cuts each piece in half. And then I'm going to trim it to 4.25 inches, because a standard sized card is 5.5 inches by 4.25 inches. We'll set this one to the side. I'm going to do the same thing with the second piece, and now we have our base ready to go. Next, I'm going to take the journaling strip from the Simply Snapshots and stick that in my trimmer as well. It's double-sided, so depending on which pattern you like, you can use that. I've chosen the flower side for my card. As you can see, I cut it to 4.5 inches, and I'm going to set this one aside and use this one. You see there's a little border here, and because I don't want that border on my card, I'm going to trim this off as well at 4.25 inches. Put my garbage out of the way. So now I have my piece ready to go. You can also turn these so that your card is a vertical card instead of a horizontal card. The next step is to stamp. So I'm going to move my trimmer out of the way. Good idea to have some scratch paper under your work when you're stamping. I've chosen this clear stamp from Close to My Heart. It's the border from Soulmates. And this is black ink from Close to My Heart. So I'm going to ink up my stamp. The nice thing about these clear stamps is you can see exactly where they go. And I'm going to just stamp the border right there on my card base. You can tell that's why I use the scratch paper. You can stamp off to clean your stamp, or use our handy dandy spritzer and scrubber. I'd already spritzed some in my spritzer and it was damp. Next, I'm going to take this great stamp set, the Thinking of You, from our Gracious Greetings stamp set from Close to My Heart. If you've never used clear stamps, you just peel them off and stick them on a clear block. And Close to My Heart sells dozens of great sizes of blocks. So I'm going to turn this over so that my greeting goes along the bottom section of that journaling portion of the Simply Snapshot page. Center it, stamp, and then clean my stamp. Okay, now we're going to add some pizzazz to this card. I've taken a Just Bloom paper flower from Close to My Heart. They come in tubes like this, and we actually have 4 different varieties of flowers, plus leaves. And I'm going to position it on my page just like that. The flowers are pre-poked or pre-holed for brads or other items, but I'm going to use my piercing tool to poke through that paper. And then on this card, I'm going to use a purple brad. And this brad is from our winter collection of bigger brads. There we go. So all that's left is to glue our card together. And you can, like I said before, because these are double-sided, you can use the black side or the beige. I'm going to use the beige. So I'll put some Tombow adhesive on all 4 corners of my card, a little bit in the middle, and then stick it on my card base. Finally, I'll add a little bit of Tombow to this piece. Oops. Because there's that flower there, it is a little bulky, so you need to take care when you add Tombow to bulky items. or you can put the glue directly on your card base. And so finally I'll add this here, making sure it's centered, and voila, a beautiful card. If you enjoyed making this card with me today, be sure to check back at my blog for other examples of cards using the Simply Snapshot pages. This is one of them. My blog address is www.nonapearl.blogspot.com. Thanks, and I hope you check back soon for more videos.